Live from the NBD Production Studios, you're in the lab with your host, Josh. Welcome. Show number 2. 2 of 2. Double dip. Somebody just said right there, double dip of the lab. You don't get 1 scoop, you get 2. And what's better than 2? 5, including 5 sauce. What's going on, dude?
Wow. I didn't know where you were going with that. That was beautiful.
I like your apartment overlooking the city.
Thank you.
You're a really young entrepreneur.
You know. Hey, cheers, brother.
Cheers. To prosperity.
And nipples.
To life. What's that?
And nipples.
Udders, not nipples.
Oh, okay. Well,
be proper.
Tell me it's not a good mug.
It's deep. It's a deep mug. I'm a big fan of the deep mug. And I love it. I do love the udder mug. And it's especially good during parent-teacher conferences.
Right.
But I really do wish that you could drink from the udders themselves.
That would be a nice touch, but you know.
It is what it is. I mean, what are you going to do? So, man, what happened? Your Bengals blew it.
I know. It was, you know what? I was talking about it with someone. I was like, I wasn't as sad as I thought I would be because I maybe thought they would win 5 or 6 games this year. In general.
Right.
So it was like, you know, everything was nice, but weird ending. Sad that like the refs got involved.
Better yeah, but it's funny that your team lost.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
That's normal though. That's standard, right?
I'm used to it. They've been my whole life. I've been used to them losing. So
and I would always tell everybody like this. He's a Bengals fan, and they go, "Why?" And I go, "I don't know. He just is." Yeah. There's no rhyme or reason for it. It's at best, it's dumb. But like, how do you become a Bengals fan? I don't understand that.
Well, I think when I was a kid, we didn't watch much football on Sunday. I mean, we did, but it was like maybe a couple games, like maybe 1 game at night. We were just like doing the church thing too much. And so Saturday was football day.
Doing the church thing too much.
Yeah.
You mean your dad was a pastor?
Right. And I watched a lot of college football and I liked Carson Palmer. And I was like, wherever he goes, my heart will follow.
My heart will follow.
That was beautiful, wasn't it?
No, I don't know. Not really. My heart will follow. Your heart will follow a grown man professional football player. That is stupid. I mean, I don't know.
A kid.
It is what?
I was young.
Yeah, but it still feels like you share those same sentiments, you know. In your apartment in the sky. You're like Wheezy from what is that? Moving on up to East Side to the apartment in the sky. What's the weirdest part about the painting?
You don't know this apartment is a famous from a movie.
This is the one that David Hasselhoff got drunk on and ate a sandwich on the floor.
No, this is from.
Oh,
American
I know
Psycho.
what this is. I know what it is. That is huh?
Yeah, it's American Psycho.
Yeah, that's why there's a telescope.
Yeah. You don't like it?
I
could always go back to the porch. I know that people were a fan of the porch.
Huh?
I just feel like I have to shower when I go back to the porch.
Stay on the porch, dude.
Okay.
Stay
Back on the porch.
Man.
You love the porch.
Yeah. Guy's in jail now.
Yeah, cat. What? So, hit me with it. Hit me with all the sweet, juicy details of.
There's no sweet, juicy details. He violated his probation by drinking and driving. There's no details.
Is there? Tell me, there's like a body cam footage of the arrest.
Nah, he just walked into the Hawkins County Hilton and then didn't walk out. Welcome to the Hotel Hawkins County.
Yeah, you sent me a meme that
he's in segregation too. That's the best part about the whole thing.
Why?
Because he
killed a kid, so people want to kill him.
Well, he hasn't officially.
Well, yeah.
No, it's more the other charges that he had, or not, they're not charges yet, but it's more the other stuff coming his way, I guess.
God, what a mess.
Yeah, he's the diddler on the roof, remember?
Does any of this
Pedo in the Shadow?
Pedo in the Shadow. I love that one. Yeah,
I can
diddler
smell
on the
roof.
Does any of this feel like this is the beginning of like something bigger in this case happening, or is it just
some people think that? I don't think so. I think Don loves jail. It's like his thing. One time he told me how nice federal prison was.
Wow. Yeah.
So no, it doesn't.
Have you seen his porch? It's better than that.
Federal prison is better than his porch. That's true. The Tijuana prison cell that you had up was better than his porch.
That is true.
But no, I mean, I don't think that this is anything to really, it doesn't matter. It's just he goes to jail all the time, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, it does. He's just in and out guy. Yeah.
Loves a good jail, you know.
Okay.
I have a cousin kind of like that is constantly, you know, it probably should be in prison for 3 years with like 6
I know the cousin you speak of.
Yeah, you guys have met. You guys are close. He hugs you every time he sees you. He's kind of homeless too. And when I say he's homeless, he's like 42% homeless. And
it's mostly by just poor decisions and choice. Yeah.
Yeah, he has a like a place. It's not really a place, like
sleeping outside.
He tells me all the time about how like he ends up sleeping in bushes and stuff.
Yeah, I remember when like COVID first happened and he like just got out of prison, like he came and saw you. Yeah,
at work, yeah.
And then like he's hugging us and I'm like, oh man, this is just like the wrong time to be receiving hugs.
That and he sleeps in bushes.
Right. It was the whole thing.
Yeah. You don't if you're first of all, if you get COVID, shit, we're not even supposed to say that. This is just back that off.
Okay. Not a thing. It doesn't.
It's not a thing. But he smells.
Yeah, there's an odor.
Yeah, kind of what I would imagine that Don would. Actually, I don't know, man.
Dude,
they both smell. Can you imagine growing up in a house like that right behind you?
I feel like you probably just don't smell it after a while.
Right. Yeah, you're probably right about that, actually. You're kind of, I don't know, man. It's beer virus. Yeah, Don virus. What we were calling him, the Omicron Don. He's the new variant.
God, really? Just a menace.
Yeah, he's the worst, but
everyone should be on lockdown when he's around.
The one thing that I've never given up on my soundboard is the flare gun that he shot. Well, it's not his exact flare gun, but he did shoot a flare gun at people, right? You knew that.
Oh yeah,
my favorite.
Off my property.
Get off my property.
You can't get rid of it.
I really like the flare gun a lot. I'm a big fan of the flare gun. Mini Child says he has an affinity for bologna sandwiches. That porch is missing a kitchen table and Mountain Dew. Yes, it is.
Oof. Don't knock a bologna sandwich. I'm a big fan.
Yeah, I don't like bologna, man. It's gross. Scrap meat.
No. You go to like a nice deli and get a nice bologna sandwich. It's
all made the same, Lucas.
I don't know. It's different.
How is it?
It's different when someone makes it for you.
It's the same meat, though.
I guess. I don't know.
Bologna's nothing more than scrap meat.
On a nice Jewish rye? You're telling me that's not good?
What's a Jewish rye?
Some good bread.
I've never heard of that before.
Oh, yeah, it's a thing.
No, it's not.
Yeah, look it up.
Jewish rye.
Yeah, do it.
I'm not looking it up. I'm not typing. What do you mean Jewish rye? You go into a deli and ask for that?
Yeah.
Somebody said on Jewish rye. Yeah, it's a thing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's bread. You've never had it?
I've had bread, yeah.
Yeah, but not that kind of bread.
No, I've never, ever, ever went into a deli and said, "Hey, brother, can I get a bologna sandwich on a Jewish rye?"
Listen, then you're not a real fan of a deli. Like, I go to delis all the time. I love all kinds of delis.
Calm down. You're telling me I'm not a fan of a deli.
Well, at least not on my level.
Okay, so you walk in. Okay, tell me what's on your bologna sandwich with your udder cup. I got to hear this.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, it also depends on what kind of cheese they're offering and stuff like that. So it all depends.
No, it doesn't. No.
I feel the same way.
Tell me your dream Jewish rye sandwich. Imagine that you're. It's
pretty simple. A little bit of mayo, a little bit of
shut up so I can get my thing in here. I'll mute you. I swear to God. All right. Okay. So imagine that you're walking in to the best deli of all time. It's got everything that you could ever want. It's got hot pickles. It's got cold pickles. It's got Jewish rice. It's got German rice. It's got Antarctican rice. Whatever you want. What are you putting on that bad boy?
Well, I'm not going to go that complex with it. It's not like a fancy sandwich.
There's an Easter egg from the podcast.
You go
sick.
I just saw it, dude.
And I ate it. I was sick.
One of the fucking
no cussing
things. Oh my God. Sorry. That's so funny. So
it was disgusting.
Awesome.
I ate it too. I tried.
I mean, what are you going to do? It's a sandwich that you paid for.
A lot.
Yeah, it wasn't cheap. So probably just some mayo, a little bit of mayo, mustard, provolone cheese, shredded lettuce, and a little bit of pickle. And I'd probably call it that.
So you don't even need to be in that nice of a deli.
But if they could do like if they could toast it, the rye, that would be nice.
Yeah. Can you toast my rye, please? That's what you'd ask them.
Yeah, that'd be fantastic.
I don't know, man. I don't think you're using delis right.
Okay.
Because I've seen you order a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Yeah.
From a deli.
Yeah, I have. That's true.
That's not normal.
No, but I love a good peanut butter and jelly, and like they had really good peanut butter, and I like kind of got like I was like
Everybody likes
addicted to peanut butter at that time.
Addicted. It's a weird thing to be addicted to.
You know, maybe not addicted, but it was just like something that I craved a lot. Going through a lot of peanut butter and jelly sandwiches in that time of my life.
What? In that time, was there something going on? You having a rough time?
I don't know.
It was just that you liked peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
Yeah, just get into moods, and you know, it's just all about the peanut butter and jelly. That stretch of my life.
It's always been that stretch of your life, isn't it?
I haven't had a peanut butter. Well, that's not a lie. I ate one at the school the other day.
That's the funniest part is that you work at a school and you probably steal kids' peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
Yeah, I did.
It's a rough day. I'm relapsing.
Well, they always got those like Uncrustables, and those are always fire.
Oh man, those do you think that Omicron Dawn's gonna get those in jail? Little uncrusty.
Oh yeah, that's got to be.
Yeah, you know, I always wonder what they serve in jail, like for food, and I know for a fact Chili Mac's a thing, and I don't know why.
Chili Mac is great.
Yeah, but it can't be that great in prison, right?
I mean, it's Chili Mac. I think it's good anywhere.
I watched you one time eat a spaghetti sandwich between two pieces of pieces of garlic bread.
I love doing that.
Right. But that's not a sandwich either. Your sandwich game, like what basically what you are.
That's a sandwich. If you put two pieces of bread, it's a sandwich.
Yeah, okay.
You could turn almost anything into a sandwich.
Yeah. I guess if you want to.
You got to have meatballs and spaghetti with a little bit of mozzarella, garlic bread. Mm. It's a beautiful sandwich.
Yeah, right. It is a beautiful sandwich. That's true. That does sound really good. But, you know, I've always enjoyed your you make those like meatball sandwiches with the mozzarella. It's really good. But, you know, I digress from all that. Seriously, tell me, did you cry when the Bengals lost?
No, I didn't cry.
Yeah.
I was okay with it. I was okay with it. It was a good season.
No, you weren't okay with it. You were upset.
Yeah, I was upset. I thought they were going to win.
Right. Well, that's the problem. It's good stuff, huh?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not that in. You know me. I'm not that into football.
Yeah, football sucks.
If it was like the Giants losing the World Series, then I would probably shed a tear.
Yeah, I don't like football that much either. It's not really my cup of tea anymore. I explained on here once before that I used to love football and I would spend all Sunday watching football, and that was all I ever did from beginning. And you know, I even did this with you from start to finish, beginning to end.
We wouldn't get off the couch. It was like
never.
Eating food, watching football, drinking.
There was a day, and I'll share this with the audience. Now, we have a friend and who has been on this show before, Cam. And one day we were all hanging out, and I remember we made a trip to the Circle K, all right? And for some reason, we all ended up getting kind of the same stuff, and it was slushies. I don't know
gummies.
we got slushies and gummies. I don't know what else, but that was kind of the crux. Yeah, nothing good. No. That was kind of the crux of the whole thing. And what ends up happening is we're sitting there, we're eating the stuff, And probably 30 minutes later, we hear this. Well, we don't hear this, but everybody starts kind of looking around going, I don't really feel so good. And I remember saying, I don't feel good. And then I said, Cameron, and Cameron goes, yeah, I don't feel good. And I said to you, and I go, how do you feel? You go, I can't feel my fingers.
Good.
And you said that your arm was going down because you had literally chugged your Slurpee and ate all the gummies at the same time. And you
and we had eaten like I don't even remember, not good that day.
Mm-hmm.
I was like,
yeah, that day.
Yeah.
You hadn't eaten good. That you mean that week, that month, you
that
mean?
Year. Yeah, that year.
Year. Right.
That year was a rough year. And I think that was just like too much. My body couldn't handle it.
Yeah, you were shutting down, man. You were really shutting down. Yeah, man. So we've been working on there's a lot of new cases going on, and now that the spokesman for the Wells family is in jail, there's really, it is. But here's the thing is that I don't know, man. People, there's nothing to talk about really, I guess, other than to keep her name out there.
Which is, I guess now more than ever, since there's nobody on that side, like sort of making this case about something else. I guess this is a perfect time to really like focus on what this case is really about.
Right.
Not all the craziness. It's about like, there's a young girl that's gone.
Well, one of the major problems here as well is that there's a case going on where the young man is missing. He's 4 years old. Dad, now they're fighting over the dad being Mirandized and when he asked for a lawyer, and the boy's still missing. Now, he obviously is entitled to all those things, but it doesn't seem to be helping them find out where this little child is.
That's always a complicated. It's always complicated when somebody that close asks for a lawyer because you don't know how to take it. It is smart. It's smart to do.
He's welcome to it.
Right. Because God forbid nobody wants to get blamed for something they didn't do.
Right.
But then when you do things like that, like I think the perception is that you're hiding something.
If you don't think that when you lawyer up
it's hiding.
A cop, if you don't think a cop's going to go, well, you lawyered up.
Exactly. Or the general public, I think. But I think it's probably in your best interest to do so, right? I mean, what would you do in that situation?
Well, look, if it was me in that situation, I wouldn't be hiding anything.
Right.
So I wouldn't. I mean, it's pretty hard to railroad somebody all the way through a court trial. I'm not saying that it can't happen, but the odds, that's how the checks. I would get a lawyer though. I would always have a lawyer.
Yeah. But I wouldn't not answer any questions.
No.
Is he not answering questions? Is he quiet? Is he?
Well, they said that it seems as though there was a dispute for the polygraph, and that's when he asked for the lawyer. Now, like I said, personally, myself, yes, I would always ask for a lawyer, but I wouldn't be clamming up either, if that makes any sense.
That's also a hard one for me too, because the polygraph thing is weird, right? I mean, it's sort of the same thing. If you refuse to take one, you don't have to. They can't even use it in court, right? You can't use that against somebody. You could just use it to investigate them more.
Yeah, and that's the thing is that I think when I would be at that point when they say, "Will you take a lie detector test?" or what they call it, a polygraph test. When you take a polygraph test, will you do that? I would say yes, but I would also want counsel. So, but
Right.
he took it without counsel. He took everything,
Okay. So you would never.
What does it say? You would never have had discrepancies in the polygraph, though.
I mean, yeah, I guess you never know if you're nervous or I don't know how they. I don't know.
Polygraphs just basically work on your response to the question and like the shock waves, the biorhythms, things like that. They don't necessarily tell you. They don't tell you lies. They tell you deception.
Your
on
body is reacting to something differently than
right.
Okay.
But if you're all pilled up and coked out, it's really not going to matter, so that's why they can't. That's why they remember when Dylan Redwine's dad refused smart. Well, I say smart. I mean, he knew that he knew what he did, so he was like, "Nah, I'm not gonna."
You don't have. Yeah, you don't have to. And they can't use that against you. I think that just the perception of it is bad.
Yeah, Scott Peterson didn't take one.
No,
said he would. Never.
We talked about Scott Peterson a lot.
He never showed up. Yeah, you enjoy the stories where the guys. No. Well, look, we'll say it like this. When they're trying to escape and what's happening, and then they show up with dyed hair, and you're going, dude, that's the way to go. That's the way.
I think it's just, it's so like.
Well, Scott Peterson couldn't even leave the stuff in his hair long enough, and it turned orange.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, he matched his jail suit. It was ridiculous.
Was he using like his brother's ID too, or something?
Yes, and he had
all that cash,
$10,000.
Oh,
headed for Mexico.
I mean, hey, he knew what he did.
Yeah, and somebody says here, Ted Bundy passed his polygraph. That's true.
Yeah,
that's a fact. He certainly did pass a polygraph.
I think people are totally capable of like convincing themselves of like believe their own lies that they tell, or people like Ted Bundy are just just crazy. So they
you're potty mouth.
I know, that's 2 today.
2. I'm docking you.
I can't believe that.
Do you want to? What is it called? A fankin? A face spanking?
No, I want a spanking.
All right, moving on. If you don't make your child get gone, and by the way, I hate the get gone thing. I hate it. Even when I just hate it, because that's what Dawn said about Summer when she got gone. I hate that more than anything, and I don't even care that that's something that they say in Tennessee or the South. It's not appropriate when it comes to. I would never got gone.
That's insane.
But that's the thing. That's the saying in this case. I mean, that's because that's what he said. Yeah. So it says if you don't make your children get gone, then you wouldn't have to worry about a lie detector. Well, exactly. Well, but like
I mean, maybe
I desperately hate the got gone mantra. It's the worst. It's the absolute.
So it's like very insensitive, huh?
Like, to me, it is. Wouldn't you say so?
Oh, I think it's a crazy thing to say about your own child.
If that's just how you normally talk, then you wouldn't want to talk normally about an unnormal situation.
Yeah, right.
Somebody says it's not a normal term for the South. It's definitely not appropriate.
Yeah, definitely not.
I agree. It's not appropriate. It shouldn't be. But it's kind of.
Someone said before that minimizes it, and it does. It's like distracting from.
It minimizes. Really it's insensitive. Yeah. It's just kind of brushing over. When you refer to your child that has gone missing, as getting gone.
It's insane.
To me, that's just it's just inappropriate. And what you say is, my child is missing. You don't have to be. You don't have to be a rich person to say
that. Yeah.
Let's call it what it is. My child is missing. She didn't get gone. And I really, truly, it really bothers me to my core that people say that. And people say it so willy-nilly, man. I cannot stand it. And I don't know why. And I hope I'm not the only one, but it's terrible.
Well, I'm not a fan. This is the first I'm seeing of it, and I'm not a fan.
Yeah.
So it's not just you. It's terrible.
What is this? I didn't see this. Is Luca gonna get gone by YouTube? Oh, is Lukey's gonna get no, he's not gonna get gone by
apologies YouTube. Everyone for the
thank you. We appreciate that.
For the two slips.
Just dropping F-bombs like it's
Vietnam. I had that big utter cup of coffee and it got me all jacked
up. Hey, we're live on the air. No F's and stuff, okay? Do I got to start saying that now?
Yeah, you got to. I'm usually good. I'm usually good, right? I'm good for one.
No, you're not usually good. You mess up every single show.
No, come on.
Okay,
yeah. I'm good for one slip up.
I'll pull the clips. No F's and stuff, okay?
No F's and stuff. I'm out of it.
This is one of my favorite things anybody's ever said. No F's and stuff. Apologies accepted. You got to understand that, when we did the podcast, our demographic is much different now.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, also I forget because this is like me and you talking.
I know. That's what makes it so unbearable sometimes.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Plus, you're talking to me from Dawn's front porch.
I know. That's why the F's and stuff come out.
No F's and stuff. We're on the air.
We're live. Okay, it's not just me and you.
That's true. It's usually not, dude. I'm gonna tell you what my dog did today.
Oh, love that dog.
I'm done with him. So this guy, right? I don't really know exactly what to do. But here's the thing too, when I talk about this, people want to tell me this is what you should do with your dog.
And everyone's like a dog trainer.
And I get it. There's people that are much more successful than I am at training their dog. But I say this.
You've never had like a dog that's misbehaved like at all, really.
I've never had a puppy.
Right.
Never.
And that's what it is.
That's not what it is. That's what I used to think.
Okay, let's hear it.
Now I think that there's a human inside of him that his personality, he has now morphed himself into an actual human who understands how to make me mad and does it on purpose to get me mad. And then when I want to discipline him, he turns back into a dog, a very cute little puppy. And there's just nothing I can do. Okay.
That's tough.
So what he does today, and I'm telling you, man, it defies all logic. It is sad that he does this to me. But I get up this morning and I'm shampooing the carpets because He likes to jack piss everywhere all over the house. So now I've spent the last 2 mornings shampooing my carpet.
Dude, it's time for the hardwood.
Dude, I don't think it's gonna matter. He will pee right through the wet redwood floors. So this guy, this little thing, this little creature that everybody finds so adorable, and I do too. I find him adorable. He's fantastic. He's perfect. So I'm shampooing the carpet. He's biting the shampooer. And I'm like, dude, stop. Or you're going to go. I don't want to put you in your cage because I don't like doing that to him. I don't like putting him in his cage.
Right.
But if he's not going to let go of the carpet cleaner, he's going to have to go in his cage, and I'm telling him, dude, you're going to be in trouble. Knock it off. And he looks at me, dude. He drops down on the floor and he looks up at me like, come on, dude, I'm just trying to play. And I'm like, no, I'm not playing. I'm trying to shampoo the carpet because you pee everywhere. The whole house smells like musty pee because of you. I'm doing this for us.
For all of us.
I can't live in this house anymore with you doing this. Anyway, the house smells fantastic now for like a day or two.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm telling him, right? Like, dude, don't ever in your life pee right here ever again. Don't do it. I turn around and I go and I get the carpet spot cleaner and he's looking up and I can see, and I said, dude, if you do it, he stares at me in the face. I said, don't do it, man. Come on, please don't do it. So he doesn't. And I was like, oh, wow, this is awesome. And then he takes off down the hall and I didn't realize what he's doing. And I go, oh no, he's going to take a crap down the hall. So I chase him down the hall. By the time I get down the hall, his back is already arched and he's about ready to go. Right.
Oh,
so
no.
wait a minute. So I come running down the hall. I go, no, yeah. And, he freezes up and he heads for the door. And I said, yeah, that's right, boy. So I go and I get the leash and I got the leash and I said, we're going outside and you're going pee-pees and potties outside, young man. So, and I'm telling you, Lucas, I walked in and he was arched, ready to go.
Uh-huh.
We spend 30 minutes out there and he doesn't go. And I'm looking at him going, what in the hell is wrong with you? Why are you doing this to me?
He's got games.
And he's just looking at me like, and it's windy and it's cold.
Cold. It was cold today, huh?
Oh, it was miserable. And he's like, And I literally told him, I said, I pick him up and I look him in the face and I said, listen, son. That's why I call him son. Listen, son. If and when we go back in this house, okay. And if you go to the bathroom in this house, I will literally barbecue you tomorrow. I say that to him, right? Face to face, he licks me on the nose.
He understood.
Yeah, just disrespect, right?
Yeah.
So I put him down, go in the house. I know I'm going to lose this battle. I've already lost it.
You've already lost.
I'm trying to do this, right? Yeah, when I told him I was going to barbecue him, I think he thought it was funny. I thought it went.
Yes.
I was mad. I was so mad at him, dude. Anyway, he shot a huge diarrhea all over the place.
Yeah. This is, dude, I mean, it's hard having a puppy, but I don't think it's like none of this is out of the ordinary.
Have you ever put a 5-month-old French bulldog in a headlock?
I can't say I have.
Right. Well, guess what? He gets out of it.
Yeah. He seems like he would be good at like wiggling out.
And he throws fits now. Like he gets mad when I tell him not to.
Tell me about this.
Yeah, he's kicking his legs now. He falls on his side and he gives two good kicks if he's mad. Bam, bam, like a mule. Anyway,
yeah, man, I don't know. You got to get him.
Obedience school. Should I?
I mean, maybe if it's causing this much stress in your life, maybe it would be worth it. But
I don't know if it's causing stress.
Maybe like get one of those like big like outdoor like kennel things and like start keeping him out there during like times where it's like kind of nice out and he needs to go to the bathroom and he's not. Put him in there.
Yeah, I don't know, man. He's super cute and I love him to death. And when I say death, I mean death. And there are just moments of the day. It's so blissful and cute. And he's the sweetest little thing you've ever seen. And then he chews up $100 pair of shoes and that's normal puppy stuff. I'm not saying that's not normal puppy stuff, but what's not normal puppy stuff is the blatant disrespect, the eye-to-eye contact, he ran into Peyton's room the other day, peed on his floor while staring Peyton in the face. He knew how much time he had before Peyton got up to literally grab him and cuts his stream off and heads out the door and runs behind me. And I'm going, whoa, leave him alone. What are you doing? What
happened?
He peed in my room. I said, well, what'd you do? What'd you leave your door open for? Why is he in there? And he's
defending him. Okay.
How is this my fault? And I look down at him and he's like, thank you for protecting me. And then I'm going, I just yelled at my flesh and blood for you.
Yeah.
And you're in the wrong.
Yeah.
He's got a magic spell.
First. Usually if you tell first, you didn't get in trouble.
Yeah. The best part is how he runs right behind and he's just like, but yeah, he gives me, have you ever heard the term agita?
No.
Yeah. Well, that's what he gives me, agita. Like I don't know, but only in those key moments. And he really knows how to do it. If that makes any sense, he really pushes the buttons he pushes my buttons on purpose. I mean, you had
but you're going to fall asleep tonight, like cuddled up with him.
I sleep together every night.
Yeah, exactly.
And you know what else?
Diarrhea all over your house.
Sprayed it.
So if I started shooting diarrhea all over your house, you wouldn't cuddle me once, would you?
I mean, do you need me to?
Maybe.
If you diarrheaed in my house, like in the bathroom?
No, I've done that.
No, I wouldn't cuddle you.
Uh-huh.
I wouldn't cuddle you. Yeah, that's the other thing though, is he's just so sweet. Like he gets up and he just puts his little fat face like right here and you just you go to sleep and then you wake up, and I'm not even kidding. You wake up and his eyes like they go from this, then they go straight up and down. And I was like,
But you bonded that time. You did chest to chest or skin to skin. Is that what they call it? With like a baby? That's what you did.
What?
So now he owns you.
We did skin to skin.
Yeah. He was on, you was on your skin.
Fur.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. Same idea. He's probably got a soft underbelly.
He's got an underbelly.
You were skin to skin with it, baby.
Well, here's what has to happen. They got to take his dice.
Yeah, that'll change. That'll change things.
But the thing was, I also love his personality. Sometimes, most
I'm not gonna like it. I don't think it does that much.
I hope not, because I like when he's
bury a cat today.
Huh?
I had to bury a cat today.
For work?
No. The family cat died.
You don't have a cat.
Yeah, my parents do. I buried my parents' cat.
You don't live with them.
I know. My dad called me and was like, "Hey, what are you doing?" And I was like, driving home from work. He's like, "Hey, can you go by the house? The cat died. You mind burying it for me?"
What? It's not like
Dude,
picking up.
you want me to read you the text that he sent me afterwards?
It's not like picking up milk. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I was like, okay, I will. I mean, do you need me to? He said, "Did you get it done with the cat?" Question mark.
Like it's a hit, like a mafia
hit. Yeah. I said, yeah, told her she was a good cat and then buried her. And he said, "Thank you, son."
That's the send off the family cat gets. And why do you have to bury it? You don't even live with them.
I don't even live there.
You should have made your little 9-year-old brother do it.
Yeah, that would have been some real.
You're gonna bury this and you're gonna like it.
A life lesson. He's like, "Just dig a hole in the backyard." I'm like, okay.
How deep did you dig the hole?
I don't know, 3 by 4. It was a small cat. You don't need other animals digging it up, you know.
Well, right, but I mean, I fear that.
Should I have taken her out of the bag?
Huh?
The cat was like in a bag.
Who put it in a bag?
Not like a plastic. It was like in a paper bag.
Who put it in a paper bag?
My grandma found the cat and
put it in a paper bag.
Yeah, there was kids at the house. She didn't want the kids to see the cat.
Okay, well, what if one of the kids wanted to get into the paper bag and found the cat?
In a bag outside until I got there and buried it.
Like it. So there was nobody else there. Why did you? What I don't understand about this is why you had to bury it. You don't even live in the same town as them.
Right, but I don't know. I did it.
I know. You're a good son.
Yeah. Yeah, I was sort of confused by it. I mean, I don't know. It was the family cat when I was like I don't know. We got it when I was like in middle school.
And yeah, 3 by 4 like feet.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a body bag for the dog or for the cat.
Smell. Yeah. Is it? I didn't smell anything.
I remember I was probably like 18, 19. And I came home from I was working nights at a hotel.
Mm-hmm.
And I came home and my grandma and grandpa were in bed. It's like 7 a.m. I've been working all night and we have this cat named Tigger was his name.
Yeah.
Sweetest cat, man. And Tigger would just lay around the house all the time, sleep on the back of the couch, and stuff. And I remember walking in and he was just laying on the ground and I was like, "Oh, hey buddy." And he didn't move, and I figured, well, he's really tired. So I walked by him and then came back and then he was on the ground again, still. And I said, "Tigger," and I went to pet him. And when I touched him, he was stiff as a board and he rocked back and forth like that. And I went, "Oh my God." Ah! It was terrifying, man. Yeah. Somebody said that. Let me see. I can't right now. I just put my dog down 15 beautiful years. Oh. Yeah. Look, that happened to me. Day before recently. Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Okay, Mitch. Yeah, it's one of the most tragic things you can go through. It sucks. That's why a lot of people don't get animals.
We've talked about this. Like, I love animals, but like I hate it so much because I love them so much.
Right. Exactly. And yeah, that is a bummer. Sounds like you were really attached. Hey, can we bag the?
I'm allergic, so sorry if I wasn't being sensitive. But
It's so hard.
it was a good cat. It was a great cat, but
It's not about being sensitive. I mean, what life happens, man. K-Mitch, it sucks. I really do apologize. Yeah, it is a rough times when you have to put animals down. I just got Maggie's ashes, and I didn't even know that I was going to get them. I had no clue. I thought that it was just a done deal, and then
did that trigger you again? Did it send you a little bit?
I don't know if it triggered me. It was, yes, it did. We all were upset again, and had a cry.
Yeah.
And I remember just thinking, well, so she's in, they sent me, it's a nice little wooden box and everything. And, my heart was legitimately broken. I was truly, I'm telling you, man, everybody reached out like it was like a family member had died.
She was a great dog.
She was the best, man.
But I always look at it like when you're a good dog owner, like you are, you also took her out of like a very bad situation and gave her the best life.
Yeah. I thought so.
So yeah, and she did too. She was happy all the time. I
would always feed her like food that she wasn't supposed to eat because she just loved, like she lived to eat.
Right, whatever. And she had such a hard life. It was just like
she made it to 13. But I mean, I would give her like the last year. I was just like, here you go, because I knew she was. Yeah. And I would always say, she's here for a good time, not a long time. I didn't say that, but I'm just saying that she lived it up, Yeah. And so, K-Mitch, I am sorry about that. That's just it's terrible. It's terrible. Family cat. That reminds me of Meet the Fockers or Meet the Parents.
Oh, yeah. Meet the Parents.
When his mom's ashes were on the mantle, and there's just a lot of things that can go wrong with ashes. But yeah, they gave me, it's like weird. They gave me a box, like it was just a little box.
Where do you have it? You have it on the fireplace?
Yeah, it's on the mantle. Yeah.
I thought so. Yeah.
Yeah, it's on the mantle, and it's fantastic. I'm so glad, though. I didn't know that I was getting her ashes, but I'm glad to have them. I just didn't really know what to do with them. And it's just Patty L says, I love listening to you guys just talk about just everyday things and experiences. Well, sometimes it's good.
Sometimes it's yeah.
And Teresa says here, losing a pet is the hardest thing, but so many good memories made over the years. Yeah, I said that to my son. I remember saying to him, I said, because we were all heartbroken, and I said, well, would you do it again?
Yes.
Knowing that the end is what it is. And he said, yes. And I said, then, we're going to cry, and that's just what we're going to do. We're going to be sad.
And then you're going to buy a puppy to try to get over it, and it's going to be like miserable, but you're going to love it.
But see, that's not what I did, though. I didn't buy a puppy to get over it. I got suckered into it. And I bought, when I say I bought a dog, which even makes me mad that I paid for that thing.
Yeah.
Talk about your all-time.
It's not true. It's not true because like you say this, but every time like I FaceTime you, that dog's like cuddled up on you or like this. So
it's all an act.
It's all
But
and then when I was over there the other day, that dog was like so sweet to you and like would come mess with me and then run over to you and like want you to pick him up and
he is a baby.
He did every time, so he's got you.
Well, dude, I mean, I spent a ton of money on him. I said this the other day that he's like a high price free agent that you can't cut from the team.
You're just like
you're invested. You're Reggie Jackson. He's the straw.
He's
that
out at
stirs
the club
drink.
again, but you can't do anything about it.
You can't be at the club every night, man. You got a $200 million contract. You're batting third for the Yankees, brother.
Yeah.
And you're out there acting like a free agent.
Yeah, but
That's
he knows you're not going to do anything.
I can't cut him. I can't
Are you
suspend
give
him.
him away?
No.
You're going to sell him? No.
That would literally be like putting a wheelbarrow full of money in the middle of the yard, dumping lighter fluid on it and setting it on fire.
Right. You're invested.
Oh.
He's got you.
Right. So you say, oh, I know he did it. Every time I'm there, I see it. Yeah. I don't have a choice. I have to fake it till I make it. I'm out of my mind. I've lost all hope. I'm just going to let him be the way he is. I'm not training him anymore. We're done.
Oh, don't give up. Don't give up.
Oh, do we go?
You got a housebreaker, man. That's
He's getting close, actually. He really is. But every now and then, he's got a major issue. Okay. So, yeah, I need
maybe he's just really like a wimp.
There's no doubt about that. There's no doubt that he's just a wimp.
Do you ever switch up the yards? Do you go front yard or backyard?
Well, that's another thing that I have issues with because he won't go out the back door.
You got a doggy door.
Dude, I threw him through it like a bowling ball one day. And he just I was like, okay, here you go, buddy. Ready? 1, 2, 3, poo. And he just kind of rolled a little and got up. And then was like, why'd you do that? And I'm like, I'm trying to teach you to run through the door. And I know he looked at me like, dude, don't ever do that again. And so we'll go. I take him out the back. I'm telling you guys, I know I'm going to get emails about this. I know it. People are going to be like, this is how you train your dog. You don't know Otis. He's not normal.
Yeah.
He's incredibly cute. And that's about it. That's where it all stops. With the guy.
Yeah, he's fun. You could tell he's got a lot of personality just like when you play with him for a little bit. Like he's fun.
Should we have him join us for a little bit?
Yeah, why not?
Well, I don't know.
Do you want him to have an accident in the studio?
Nah, he wouldn't do that. Oh, he might actually. No, he doesn't do that. I'm telling you, he's not like that. Josh, you need an older dog to help train the puppy.
I've heard this. Yeah.
Yeah, I had one. She died.
Yeah, thanks.
Thanks for bringing that up. Sorry.
No, I mean, he's a puppy, like a puppy. So, but I've heard like when dogs get into like a year old and there's no,
you're there. Keep going.
Oh, they do better when you bring another dog in and they mellow out a little bit.
Another dog. And if I had another dog, I wouldn't have Otis.
Yeah, right.
Come in.
Oh, he's making an appearance.
Hold on. Is he asleep? All right, thanks. Come on now. Come on, buddy. Come on. Okay. Kind of stinks. All right, come on. Stop.
How's he doing the bath?
Not as good as you.
I love a bath.
We know.
But we've been over this. Yeah, we don't need to.
100 times.
There's the beast.
I just hit him in the head with the microphone.
Yeah, that's okay.
It
What's
is
up,
okay.
buddy?
Say hi. Can you tell everybody hi? Hey.
He's a little nervous.
Dude, so this is what he does, right? He gets on here. He
Looks
gets
all
on
cute.
here. Yeah, and he's like, "Oh, how, look at him right now." Hey, what are you doing? Hey,
He knows you've been talking about him.
well, you want to talk into the microphone? Sometimes he talks into the microphone. Go ahead. Go ahead. Say, this is Otis reporting live. No, you don't do anything I ever ask.
Oh yeah, you're only asking your dog to talk.
Is that not normal? Do people not do that?
I don't know. I always talk to my animals like they're people, like have conversations with them. So
Here, let me turn. Okay, there we go. How's that? Is that better?
beautiful.
Look at his face. He's like,
He's got those. He's doing puppy eyes too, big time.
dude, I gotta wipe him down with every night. I have to, like, he's just,
Yeah.
it's not as somebody left a message the other day. They go, does he have a yeasty smell? And I said, no, it smells like pee.
Oh God, a yeasty smell.
Well, yeah, because they can get, like, infections.
Yeasters?
Yes, yeasters. And unreal. And look, he acts so innocent.
He's so cute. And he looks like poor me right now. He's giving puppy eyes to everybody.
Yeah. Hey. What are you doing? Can I have a kiss?
Don't worry, Otis. We don't believe any of these stories.
He just farted just now.
No.
It's horrendous. It smells like the front porch.
Again.
Why did you do that? You want him?
He's got gas.
Yeah, he does.
Oh no.
His belly feels so full right now. He's just look at his ears down. He's like, you're telling everybody I farted.
He's embarrassed. You said that he has diarrhea to like a lot of people.
It's not great. This is not great.
What's happening right now?
He's huge, dude. He used to be just this tiny little thing. He comes on the show every, once a week, maybe. He doesn't contribute anything whatsoever.
Oh, I don't know about that.
What do you mean? What's so good about him?
Yeah.
I mean, he's cute, and there's no doubt. I bet you I could get him to go to sleep. Watch. I'll just
gonna rock him like a baby. I like how every time I see him sleeping, he sleeps like on his back.
Yeah, that's a thing that they do.
Okay.
He's really.
These are you gonna get him like a skateboard or something? Aren't they known for that, or is that
Nah, I think that's English bulldogs. He's not really known for anything. He's
other
just
than bad gas.
Oh, he's known for that. That's a. So.
Oh yeah, it's a good-looking pup.
He's just like, he hates this so much. He's just like, why do you do this? I mean, you know why I do this to you?
I was sleeping.
Because you know what you do to me, right, brother? Yes, you know what you do to me. That is, he is just something else, man. I tell you that. Nah, man, I love him to death. He's great. He's great. But I had to get a dog that was exactly the opposite of
yeah.
Dude, I wanted to play this for you really quick before we head out here. Yeah, he hangs out sometimes. Yes, he does in the studio. No question. Yeah. I do love him a lot. This was from earlier today. Nope, that's not it. Tell you what, I wonder what you think about this. Few stories are as chilling and mysterious as the Pied Piper of Hamelin. The British poet Robert Browning sums beautifully the tragic story of the Pied Piper of Hamelin when he writes, "When lo, as they reached the mountainside, a wondrous portal opened wide, as if a cavern was suddenly hollowed, and the piper advanced, and the children followed. And when all were in,
to the very last, the door in the mountainside shut fast. For those of you who are unfamiliar with the story, the tale was set in 1284 in the town of Hamelin, a small, prosperous town in Germany infested by rats. And as the story goes, the people were facing heavy losses due to the huge rats, and nothing could make them go away. Somewhere during this time, a Pied Piper visited their town and promised to remove the rats if he was paid a certain amount. The desperate people gathered around and agreed, and the Piper succeeded in removing the rats. Although the Piper got rid of the rats, the people of Hamelin reneged on their promise. The furious Piper left, vowing revenge. On July 26th of that same year, the Piper returned and led the children away, never to be seen again. As an inscription etched on the window of a half-timbered private residence dating to 1602 in Hamelin still reads, 1284, on the 26th of June, the day of St. John and St. Paul, 130 children born in Hamelin were led out of the town by a piper wearing multicolored clothes. After passing the Calvary near the Kloppenberg, they disappeared forever. Historical records suggest that the story of the Pied Piper of Hamelin was a real event that took place. But the mystery of what really happened to those children on that fateful day of June 26th has never been solved to date. Most scholars and historians agree that something horrible happened on that day at Hamelin. Though it might not have been a piper with magical music powers, it is safe to say the tragedy of irreparable magnitude happened on that day that is still remembered centuries later. And since rats were involved, the most common theory is some disease spread by rats like the bubonic plague that decimated the children. Even the Pied Piper's clothing might signify that he might be infected with the splotchy skin lesions brought on by the disease. But two crucial points refute this theory. Why were only children affected and not adults? The original tale didn't include rats. The rodents started appearing only in the 16th century, at a time when Europe was gripped by the plague. Some historians believe that since children were involved, the missing children would have joined the failed Children Crusade that took place in 1212, where thousands of children set off for the Holy Land to regain it from the Muslims. But many died on the way or were sold to slavery. But again, why was the story set up only in Hamelin and not anywhere else? Also, the crusade took place some 70 to 80 years before the incident at Hamelin. Historian Wickby Remier, project coordinator at the Hamelin Museum, believes that the story is related to migration when Germans left in large numbers to colonize Eastern Europe. As per him, the Pied Piper might be a sort of a recruiter. As he says, quote, in this scenario, the Pied Piper played the role of a so-called locator or recruiter. They were responsible for organizing migrations to the east and were said to have worn colorful garments and played an instrument to attract the attention of possible settlers. Perhaps the darkest of all theories is the Pied Piper was a pedophile who crept into the town of Hamelin to abduct children in their sleep. And after the abduction and him doing his deed, he killed them off. The people of Hamelin were perhaps so much traumatized and even ashamed that they could not protect their children, they covered it up and obliterated all written records of the same. As Ramir says, did something happen that officials had been covering up? something so traumatic that it was transmitted orally for so long in the town's collective memory over decades and even centuries. Today, in the street of Hamlin, where the children were last seen, is today called Bungalow Centistras, which translates to streets without drums. No one is allowed to dance or play music there. Even the word Pied Piper has found its way in the English language and is used for describing a leader who makes irresponsible promises or one who misguides people, to a charismatic leader who attracts followers. Yes, while we might never really know the details of the traumatic event that took place and that has so deeply prevailed within the collective memory of the town people for centuries, perhaps we might do well to heed the hidden, poignant lessons found within the pages of this tragic tale by taking better care of our children and protect them from the Pied Pipers of today. Yeah, such a crazy story. And there's so many different ways it's been told over the years. I don't know if you were familiar with.
Yeah,
I don't know if
a little bit, but not like that. Not that deep into it, of course not.
Yeah,
it was great.
The fact of the matter is that 130 kids did go missing out of that town, and this goes all the way back to 1280 or something like that. But years before that, about 30 or 40 years, there was, I don't know if you're familiar with the Children's Crusade.
I mean, a little bit, yeah.
The 30,000 kids, and they thought that the Red Sea was going to open up for them like it did in the Bible when they got there, and of course it didn't. No. And a lot of them were sold off and killed, and it just talks about how like children are literally just preyed on, and they have been forever. They got in bed with the wrong man, according to the story. I mean, they didn't know who this guy was. They made a deal with him. They reneged on the deal, as the story goes.
Right.
Right. So, but who knows? I mean, nobody actually really knows exactly. There's just a lot of theories, but the fact is that there were.
Well, what you said at the end is what's important. That's the best takeaway from that story that I've ever heard, is that to this day, we still have to do everything we can to protect our children.
And they brought this stranger into the town, not knowing anything about him. And that's what happened. That happens a lot in today's society. We expose our kids to stuff that they just shouldn't be. And it's terrible. It's a terrible.
And sometimes even when you don't, there's just bad humans.
And that's another thing. So you can do all the mitigating factors. You can do your best, but you can't be there 24/7, and that's an issue that we even have to worry about this kind of stuff. But as we dive into these stories, K-Mitch says, so rats equal children at the time. That's not what it is, K-Mitch. It is the bubonic. It was about the bubonic plague, and they were trying to make what seemed to be an excuse because nobody actually believed that that's what he was there to do. And Anna says, Josh, did you hear about the little girl that was missing for 2 years? Yes, they found her yesterday under a staircase. Yes, she was found alive. 2 years.
What is this? 2 years missing. News. She was under a staircase, like someone made a little dungeon.
Yeah.
How old?
Yeah. She was 4 at the time. She's 6 now.
Oh, man.
But they found her.
Yeah, but yeah.
look, man, she's alive.
Yeah, it's wonderful. No, it's wonderful, but
it's terrifying at the same time. You know, who knows? So that's the thing, you know, when we talk about these cases and we always say, you know, what the statistics say. Well, you can throw statistics out the window for each individual case. Statistics are only good for a bunched up analysis, you know.
Right.
By all accounts, I mean, you would think that summer doesn't exist in this world anymore, but you never really know until you get the answer. You know, this cold case that I've worked on with Karen Mitchell, like,
I know
we all assume that she's deceased, but like we don't have any actual proof. And that's the problem.
Yeah, I think that I'm pretty bad at that with this stuff. I just always think the worst, like, you know. And you've had to correct me a few times. Like, there's nothing wrong with having hope that it will happen, because obviously, like, look at this example. Like, it does happen. It happens.
There's nothing wrong with having hope, you know, but it's, you know, you have to, but the way that these things get investigated, they don't go off of hope. They go off statistics. Unfortunately,
right.
The hope comes from us. And I'm the same way though. Like, I think the worst in those situations, because I just know what humans are capable of. And it's unbelievable.
You look at the whole picture, like, I don't think she was ever cared about in her entire life. So, like, I don't know. Why would something good happen now to her? You know what I mean? Like, I just assume the worst because she was brought up in the worst.
Yeah, and I think that if she was alive, like, we would have, they would point where she is. Somebody would say, yeah, she's right over there. But nobody's going to say she's right over there, because the people that know where she is probably also know that her fate isn't something that's going to be talked about positively, and it's going to come back on them.
Well,
go ahead.
I guess whatever the outcome is, I hope that everybody gets some answers soon. Maybe you don't think so, but hopefully maybe this he'll say something to somebody in jail. And
he's in segregation. He's thinking, who's he going to talk to?
Yeah, the walls.
So do you think, in all honesty, do you think that this is gonna? Do you think that him going to jail is going to make a difference in this case?
Hard to say. I mean, maybe depends on his role in all this. You know, maybe if he's away long enough, people will finally get some courage to say something.
There you go. Okay, well, that's a good point.
You know, he's
I just don't think he's the main culprit.
You don't think so?
No,
I don't think so either. But I think he knows something, and I think maybe at some point he would use that for his advantage, because I imagine all these people are pretty selfish. Yeah, definition of selfish. It's pretty wicked stuff, man. But thank you for being here today. It was a lot of fun, and we'll do this again next week. Sorry for the F's and stuff. Dude, we're live on the air. No F's and stuff. Thanks for being here, Lucas. Please like, share, subscribe. Thank you for the super chat, super stickers. Had a great time. We'll do it again. Lucas says, I asked for prayers for the found tonight. Amen. Yeah. Amen to that. It's just tough stuff. Once again, thank you for being here. I'm your host, Joshua Diaz, along with my co-host, Lukey, a.k.a. Kyle 5. We'll never tell people why. You're just the 5. Mm-hmm. I have a Kyle 5 sauce shirt too. You do. There's only a few of those out in the world. And you have Thank one. God. Thank God. Thank God. Not my finest. Yeah. Whatever. I don't want to talk about it.
Show number 2 down for the day. We'll be back tomorrow. Thank you so much for being here, and we'll catch you next time.
Later.